Um, Hello. So, good evening, one and all present. Uh, I Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
yes, you're audible.
Huh. Yes. So, oh, I welcome the first India's first IKIGAI coach and internationally certified master career practitioner, Mr. Divas Gupta. He helps people to find their Ikigai, a Japanese way of living a long and happy life. Increase your public speaking and have an interactive session with such an multi-talented personality. I will like Mr. Devash Gupta to start with the session. Please, sir.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
How should we prefer to die? Do you prefer this? Or do you prefer to shoot yourself? I would like to know you. Well, friends, I would like to know from your side that how would you prefer to die? Would you prefer to use this knife? Would you prefer to use a pistol? Or would you prefer to hang yourself? Let me know. This evening is special for all of us. And from wherever you have logged in, I welcome you to this amazing session on public speaking. I would like to know in the comment section from where have you logged in this evening? Come on, show me your presence. Your comments can make me feel that yes, you are very much around me. Because of these virtual sessions, I cannot see you, but I can actually feel you through your comments. So let me know from where have you logged in this evening? Oh, yes. Hi, Anjali. Oh, that was a surprising start. Well, I would love to know, folks. I would love to know that how would you prefer to die? Because in this world whereby we say that zindagi na milegi dobara, whereby this is one life, live it all, how should we live or how should we die? We die many deaths before we actually die. How many of you agree with this? How many of you would agree with this, that we die many deaths before we actually die?
Yes, sir.
By show of hands, that yes, you die many deaths before you actually die. You know, wherever you are, if you can see my hand, you should raise your hand too high up in the air. That's how we work. That's how we work. Come on. Yes. Let the response keep in. Let it come in. Oh, yes. Good to have you, everyone. We have Anjali, Sima, Balaram, Chinmay, Shivani. And the remaining people have signed up this evening. They think that they have purchased the tickets for an evening show. And now they're like, now let this man do the talking and we will watch what he's going to do. Well, my dear friend, if you want to extract the best out of me, then you have to participate, because the more you participate, the more you learn. Else, you can just take it as a YouTube video where nobody is interacting with you. So choice is yours, that whether you want to interact with me or whether you're going to sit back and just snore. Well, as the club introduced you, I happen to be India's first Ikigai coach and a public speaking trainer. I help people improve their professional skills so that they can grow in their life. And today in this session, I am here to share a few secrets, few myths around public speaking, which have been limiting all of us some way or the other, and we are unable to grow. As students, we may not realize it, but I'm damn sure that as you look back in your life so far, I mean, maybe your school days, maybe your college days, or maybe as you go for your internships or your placements, you would realize that how important communication skills are. Today, if you pick up any job description, be it on Indeed.com, be it on LinkedIn.com, be it on any other Naukri.com, they have one thing common, apart from the core competencies. May I know what it is? May I know what it is? What is that one skill set that they all look for apart from the core competencies? That's a mandate, ironically. Engineers, MBAs, commerce grads, whosoever. Yes, Harapriya has got it right. Let me see how many of you nail it that yes, what is expected out of us in this age? It's 2020. We all have been badly affected in some way or the other, but there's one thing which can keep us going. Oh yes, we have amazing inputs. Someone says we need soft skills, okay? Someone says we need confidence, and someone says we need to improve our communication skills. Let's understand that do we have this fear or not? Tell me honestly, how many of you have fear of public speaking? Just type an I in the comment section. If you have fear of public speaking, type an I in the comment section. Do it, come on. Let us confront it. If you are hiding behind, then you're a liar, trust me. And liar, your pants on fire. That's what we heard in the school days. So yes, if you have fear of public speaking, type an I. Nothing to be ashamed of, folks, because the world has this fear and people prefer dying than going for public speaking. Yes, that's what the report is all about. That's what the research says, that across the globe, people would prefer not to show up, not to speak, and they'll prefer to die. Choice is yours, that whether you want to die that death or whether you want to be living this life the way you want. Now the question comes that, so we never thought to kill ourselves. We never thought that someday we would go for a suicide the way you are projecting. Well, I understand that you will not take such extreme steps. You're smart beings. I'm damn sure you won't do this. You won't do this. However, if you look back, remember your school days when you went for your vivas. Do you remember what happened with you? If you have appeared for any of your placements or internships or any of the interviews, do you remember, how did you feel? Your cheeks went red. You were dissipating heat from the ears. It was winters, cold winters. Still, your cheeks your cheeks went red and you were dissipating heat from the ears. You were shivering, you were shaking, you were trembling with fear. Your throat went dry. And you said this to yourself: I'm not feeling confident. I'm not feeling comfortable at all. I'm feeling very scared. I don't know what would happen today. I think I should not go and speak. If you have a presentation scheduled, maybe in your school or your college, you would remember that you were trying to escape. If you had a group of 3 or 4 members, you asked your friend that, hey, you go ahead. We are there with you. We are there with you. Tell me honestly, has it happened with you? Just type in me, that yes, it has happened with me. If it has happened with you, type in me. Let me know. Where in a presentation, you had a group, you prepared really well, but the moment you were supposed to present, you stepped back or you preferred not to speak and you asked one of your team member to go ahead and speak. Yes or no, folks? Type in me if you agree with what I just said. Come on, let's be honest. Trust me, folks, he's watching you. He's watching you. So if you lie, he's going to punish you. All right. So yes, it has happened. It has happened whereby it is a conscious call, folks, if you realize it. It is escaping the reality. It might seem, oh, it's not a big deal, right? I have just escaped a situation, but you are dying every moment. Yes, you're not able to face your fears and you're dying many deaths before you actually die. Think about it. Think about it, that you study any subject for years and years and years. You spend lakhs of rupees of your parents, and then when the company comes or when any opportunity comes your way, you are unable to express yourself because You have the fear of public speaking. People stammer, people get stuck, and this fear kills them. How many times has it happened with you that when you went for a presentation, you had this thought in your head that what if I go blank? What would people say? What if they laugh at me? Yes or no? Do you agree with what I just said? Do you think about it? Type in yes if you do agree with what I just said. Be honest, because I have been through this. Trust me. Today, you might see me as a public speaking coach, but I have been through all these ups and downs whereby I was unable to express myself. And I want to know from your side that have you experienced something similar where you had so much to share with this world, but because of this one intrinsic fear of public speaking, you could not express yourself? And it feels bad. It feels incredibly bad where you had so much to share, but because of one damn fear of public speaking, you decided not to express yourself. I would like to know from you, what could be the reason of having this fear of public speaking? Let me know. I would like to know from all of you that what could be the reason for having this fear of public speaking. Generally, if we have COVID, we have some symptoms, right? There are some reasons that, okay, why this person has been infected by COVID-19. Similarly, if you have been infected by this so-called virus, which has been there, it's been there since a long, long time, from your school days to your childhood to even your adulthood. If you observe it, it's been there. I would love to know that what could be the possible reason that why we have this fear of public speaking. It's very important, folks. We might just discuss superficially. That is not the intent. I would like to go deeper, understand the root cause so that when you come out of the session after attending it, you're like a changed person. That's the intent. That's the intent. Okay, so Ritanjali says that I thought I must know all before speaking. Yes. So there's one thought which Ritanjali Mishra says that I should know everything. What if I go wrong? I need to perfect everything. I should memorize each and every word. That's one thought. Shivani Bohidar says that what if I forget the content? Ha, Shivani, ha. What would the world say that Shivani has forgotten the content? Yes, go on, go on. I am delighted to see these honest responses because this is what goes in our head. One more comment that they think that others are not interested in my talk. We think that maybe I am speaking with my whole enthusiasm and energy, but maybe people would not be interested in my talk. What would I do? Go there? If I just like flap my mouth, speak for a few minutes or maybe few hours, people won't listen to me. I think I should not do it. Yes, Ritanjali? Absolutely. You're absolutely right. We all have these thoughts that what if I goof up? What if people laugh at me? And you have those friends. Do we have those friends? Those amazing friends whose job is just to sit in the audience and laugh at you. Observe, I am just trying to make you aware of all those situations where you run away from facing your fears. You try an escape route than facing the reality. Yes, I would like to know. I would like to know. I have a lot of participants this evening. If you're watching me on YouTube, big hi to everyone. I cannot see you, but I believe that you're watching and you're having fun with me this evening. First thing that you need to change over here is that public speaking is not about a performance. We have a performance anxiety. It's something like that. I have rehearsed a dance number. I have rehearsed a song. I need to know every dance step by heart. I should know it, when to move left, when to move right, when to jump up and down, whatever. I should be, thorough with my steps of my dancing. That's like perfecting the art. We think the same about public speaking, that when I go on the stage, I should be just giving a perfect talk that the people are like, wow. When you do this, your focus has shifted. Your focus has shifted on the audience. You're more concerned about what would people say? How would they respond? This is what your thought process. This is your thought process. Rather, your focus should always be on the message. Mark it. Mark my words, folks. Your focus should always be on the message. You should not care about what people would say. I know that in this country called India, where we choose our life, we choose our career based upon what people would say, we have already done a lot of disasters. I did many. I did many. I was a bright student. I picked up sciences because if you pick up commerce and arts, oh, that's a bad thing, as per society. What would people say? Eventually, I chose sciences, scored really well, chose engineering because if you're from sciences, then what do you choose? Medical or engineering? But I just had PCM, so I'm supposed to choose engineering because what would people say? Yes. Then eventually you started engineering. I worked with Infosys for a few years and I felt that, hey, what am I doing with my life? And then I left it. That was the first time when I listened to my heart that, yes, I need to take ownership of my life and face and follow what my gut says. So the point over here is, folks, that it's up to you whether you continue hiding behind your fears or you come out and face it. Yeah. Okay. So far, I get one more input. Samir Sadapathy says that because of tension, sometimes shyness, unorganized content, what they will think about. Yes, Samir, absolutely right. So you summed up what I just said. The focus should always be on the message. You should not care about what people would say, right? And how would this be possible? How would this be possible? The first thing that you stop considering public speaking as a performance, rather take it as a conversation. Like right now, even this is public speaking. I can be nervous, I can be scared, oh my God. And if I say, hello everyone, welcome to public speaking class, or I welcome you all, it's an absolute delight. You're gonna leave this session right away. Yes or no? Okay, Ms. Pradhan, please mute yourself. I request the host to please mute the people out here. Yeah, thanks. Well, yes, sometimes you have these disturbances, but then what do we do? Should we fight with them? No, we just remain calm and we just say, please do that. Focus should be on the message, folks. Try to understand. You will have distractions. You would have distractions, but if you're focused on the message, you would never go wrong. People go wrong when they focus on the audience or they focus on what is happening within them. Oh, I'm feeling short of breath. Or I'm even like sweating all my face and everyone. And they're like not clear with what they have to say. People would always listen to you, would continue listening to you if your message is clear. Does it make sense, folks? If it makes sense, type an MS. If it makes sense, type an MS. Come on. Go on, come on. I am a comment hungry person. That's how you feed me, and that's how I stay energized. If you don't feed me, I'm gonna discharge. Oh yes, it makes sense to everyone. All right, that's good. That's good. Rashmi, Supriya, Vikram, Sima, Shivani, Ashutosh. Nice. Harapriya, great. If this is the fear and we need to focus on the message and not on the audience and not onto ourselves, what next? How do we get the confidence? That's the question, that how do we get the confidence? Let's ask ourselves that why we do not feel confident. The reason is self-talk. Yes, the reason is self-talk. The way you talk to yourself. You say to yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not worth anything. I don't speak English that fluently. I cannot do it. The last time I tried speaking, people laughed at me. I think I should leave it. You have these external voices around you. Have you observed it? The last time when you tried to go for public speaking or you spoke in front of your classroom or anywhere, someone laughed at you. You tried to speak in English, but someone laughed at you. Yes. As a result, you thought that, I think I should quit. This is not meant for me. I think he is born differently. I'm not born that way. Oh, actually, he went to a convent school. That's why he's lucky. I think I don't have it in my DNA. He has a personality by default. I was speaking at a university a few months back, and the moment I finished my speech, the chairman of the university, he came rushing to me and said, Divas. I said, yes, sir. You spoke brilliantly. I loved the way you engaged everyone. I mean, everyone was so engaged. It was beautiful. You are a born speaker, Devas. You're a born speaker. I said, thank you so much. But somewhere it hits me also. He says, why do you say that? Well, sir, I come from a place called Dehradun. And if you ever visit Dehradun, there's a school by the name of Brightlands School, Dehradun. He says, why are you sharing all this with me? Well, sir, if you go to that school, that's my school, my alma mater. If you ask any of my school teachers that, hey, do you remember Divas Gupta? I bet majority of them would say, we don't remember. But those who would remember me as someone who was very shy, very introvert, really scared to speak in front of people. I used to hate the first week of April in my school days. Can you guess why? I literally used to make all sort of reasons that, Mom, Dad, I don't want to go to school. Please sign this application for me. I would like to know from you that what could be the reason for me not going to school in the first week of April? Come on. I wait for your comments. Can you guess why? I literally used to make all. Oh, now I can hear myself. Yeah. I would love to know from you folks. I would love to know from you that what could be the reason why I was not going to school in the first week of April. This is interesting. Yes. All right. Come on, make some guesses. Make some guesses. I would like to know. All right. Oh, yes, Vikram Oja, because it is the beginning of a new session and you have to introduce yourself to all. You have to introduce yourself to the class. Oh, yes. Well, there is no April Fool, but there is no exam results, which I'm scared of. But I'm just scared of speaking. I'm damn scared to just open up and share my thoughts or just speak my name out in front of people. I was damn scared. And when I had a chance to speak, I used to go something like this. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Divas. Yes, it looks funny. It may tickle your funny bone, but that is how I used to speak in my school days, where I could not even speak my name properly. Why I'm sharing this? I'm sharing this to make you realize that nobody's a born speaker. All those who have this thought over here that I think Devas is born special or he has it in his DNA, well, not really, my friend. It requires practice, and this skill set is learnable. The skill set is learnable. So all those who have this mental barrier that we can never be public speakers, we can never be confident, we can never express ourselves. I'm an introvert, so how can I speak? No. You need to understand yourself that extroverts and introverts both are on the same page, on the same page, on the same plane rather. Do you get this? Do you resonate with me, folks? Are you with me? I need to get the response from you. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. Can you connect with it? Yes. Awesome. Right. Okay. I have a question coming in. Will public speaking help us to earn finance? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? We can take these questions towards the end, but now that you have asked me, the question is how. Patanjali says how. That Devas, stop talking about the gyan and the fundas, talk about business. I really appreciate it. I hope that you are doing your master's in business administration, that you understand the value of money. Public speaking to earn finance. Would this be of interest for everyone? This comes in as a surprise because that's a question being asked by Ritanjali Mishra. I would love to share with everyone if people are keen to know. Oh yes, we have a heads up. Well, to earn finance, as I said, that if you have to get a good job or go up the corporate ladder or travel across the borders in search of better opportunities, you make more money because when you work with the big giants, big corporates, you are talking about communication skills. I sense from the comment of Miss Mishra that by public speaking, what do you think of public speaking? I mean, like, what is public speaking as per you? Is it like standing on a stage, holding a mic in your hand, and there's a spotlight focusing on you, and there are thousands of people with their eyes popped out? Is this what we mean by public speaking? Well, if that is the case, then we are sadly mistaken. That's not the only format of public speaking. Even right now, when I talk to people in this virtual, using this virtual medium, even this is public speaking. When you do sessions on Instagram or Facebook or Zoom or WebEx or Teams, whatever platform you use in this age, you are practicing public speaking. Tell me honestly, how many of you have tried to go live on Instagram or Facebook? You can speak for hours and hours without getting stuck. But the moment you turn on the camera and you go live, you go blank. You are unable to articulate your thoughts. Even that is public speaking. When you go for an interview and you have 3, 4 panel members sitting over there, even there also you are trying to express yourself in front of those people. Folks, understand that why do we do public speaking? Public speaking is not just for trainers and coaches, it's for everyone. Think about it, that why would you do public speaking? Ask yourself. It can be either to pass on any information, number one reason. It can either be to entertain individuals. It can either be to influence people. And that's the most important thing. When you go for an interview, I'm taking example of interview because that's relevant to the audience which I'm addressing this evening. When you look at interviews, you are influencing the HR, the manager, or the concerned person from the organization. What do? You try your level best to showcase that, hey, I am the best person. Do you ever say, sir, I'm not hardworking and not punctual. I don't reach my class on time, sir. Forget about reaching your company on time. Do you ever say this? You would never do that because your intention is to influence the person on the other side. And you do that with your words, your voice, and your body language. Yes or no? Yes or no? Does it make sense? Yes or no, folks? Does it make sense? Come on. I want to get a response from everyone out here. That's how we work. All right. I need to check one thing. I hope English is not a barrier for everyone, for anyone out here. Or is it an overhead transmission? If it is, let me know. I forgot to ask in the starting. I presume that language is not a barrier. But if it is, I can change it. I can change it. Oh yes, it's not a barrier. Perfect. Maybe it was my assumption. So, from what is public speaking? Public speaking is anytime when you stand in front of 3 or 4 people, 300, 400, 3,000, 4,000, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, any number, and you express yourself, you lead them. That's public speaking. So the question was, how do we make money from public speaking? Well, if you are inclined towards making money from public speaking, so first thing as a student, you can go for your jobs whereby you practice public speaking. You, when you go in the organizations, you give effective presentations. When you turn into an entrepreneur, you pitch in your sales pitch or anything of that sort, your plan in front of entrepreneurs. Everywhere it's public speaking. Yes or no? You have a function in your society, you go for public speaking. Think about it. There are a lot of people who have amazing skill set. They have a 9+ CGPA, but when they come across as speakers, they're not good. This is an advice for everyone out here, that all those who feel that yes, we have good marks, but somewhere down the line we do not have good skills of communication, please work on yourself. Visibility is the key. In the organization, when you work, visibility is the key. You have your core competency, but if you're not visible in the organization because you hide away from every opportunity, then you are missing on the opportunities. You're missing on your growth, right? That is one way of making money. Secondly, if you want to be a public speaking coach, that's the core domain which I am into. Even that ways you can make money by doing sessions physically or virtually. That's one way, Ritanjali. Or you pick up any skill set. If you have to teach, train, share wisdom with people, you are using public speaking. You're using power of communication. So I hope now it's clear that how you can make money using public speaking. Rather, you can just raise the bar. You make money, but you raise the bar as you are more visible in the organization that you choose to work with. Sounds good? Yes, no, yes, no. Come on, I need to hear from everyone. Sounds good, yes or no? Okay, people are choosing to reply to me privately. I don't know why. Use the option everyone so that everyone can see you that yes, you are reverting. Yes, this sounds good. This sounds good. Now, there are a few things which you need to understand. I spoke about building confidence with respect to your self-talk, how you talk to yourself. If you failed last time, you remember that incident, that moment, which is like a stamp. It's like a stamp on the canvas of your mind. You remember that the last time I tried it, people laughed at me. The last time I tried to speak in English, people laughed at me. Yes, they would do that because the world around you does not want you to grow, unfortunately. There are very few people who would genuinely want you to grow. Else, majority of the people would try to pull you down. Try it out. Try it out. So they would make fun of you. They would try their level best that you don't grow, you don't become better. They'll laugh at, they'll mock at it. Oh, you would speak in English, and they will label you or use some abuses or whatever words just to discourage you. So what do? You change your internal communication, folks. My focus in this session is majorly on the internal communication, the techniques of public speaking, what to do with your hands, what to do with your voice, your entire body language, or your gestures. We can discuss some other day. But in this session, I just want you to work on your internal communication. Now, what is it all about? What you say to yourself every single day. Before any session, do you say to yourself that, hey, I'm scared, I'm feeling like a loser, I'm not feeling confident? Or do you say, I'm great, I'm phenomenal, I'm amazing? I want you to say this out loud and clear and type it in the comment section. When someone asks you, who are you? What do you say? I'm great, I'm phenomenal, I'm a champion. You talk to yourself every single day. Before any session, I pump my chest and say that yes, I'm great, I'm phenomenal, I'm just amazing. That's a self-talk. A self-talk which somewhere kills those outer voices which have been haunting you all this while. Do you realize this? So I want every one of you to type in the comment section and say it out loud and clear. When someone asks you, who are you? You say, I'm a champion. I'm phenomenal. When you say these words to yourself, you empower yourself. Trust me. People ask that, Devas, how do we bring in this energy? What should we do to bring in this energy? People ask these questions. What should we do? Always remember, physiology is the key. I repeat, physiology is the key. The more you move your body, the more energetic you would be. I see a lot of people who would start their session with a very dull tone. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone has joined. I hope I'm audible. Everyone is staying home, staying safe. Have you heard people like this who open their speech like this? It's boring. It's utterly boring. You would never be able to grab the attention. And attention is the key, folks. Today in this world, ask yourself, you have a smartphone with you, you just swipe up. If nothing is interesting in your social media feed, yes or no? Tell me honestly. This is an honest conversation, folks. I'm being naked. I'm being honest this evening so that you take the best from this session. If nothing is interesting, you'll just swipe up. Simple. You have to grab the attention by the way you speak. It is not just about flapping your mouth. Please understand. Today, it's an important skill set to grab the attention by the way you speak. You would be observing that I use a lot of hand movements. I use a lot of vocal variation in the voice. And that's the reason why I'm able to grab the attention. Else, if I go in one flat tone, you would lose the interest, folks. You would lose the interest. Does it make sense? Yes or no? Does it make sense? Yes. Okay. Oh, that's nice. We have Balaram, Vibhuti, Chinmay, Patnayak, Harapriya. Are you alive, guys? I'm just curious to know that, are you alive or are you RIP? Okay, you're very much alive. That's good to see. Because if you don't reply, I presume that you're no more. Take this from me. It will help you. Be alive, folks. The world needs people who are alive. We already have people who are walking like zombies, who talk like zombies. Trust me. Think about it, right? If I narrate a story to you, the wind was blowing and the door slammed. I walked up to the door, and when I opened it, there was a ghostly face. If I say like this, or if I say, the wind was blowing, the door opened, and when I reached there, the ghost said, Bow, would you be scared? Would you be scared? No, right? It's like a comic story. But there are people who would talk like that. So do you see this? It might sound dramatic, but this is important. You have to use your facial muscles. Many people speak in their mouth. They don't open their mouth when they speak. You have to grab the attention, folks. Use your body. People are so conscious that the moment they face the camera, they go blank. They face an audience, they go blank. Why? If you have to speak with your classmates, your friends, you're cool with it. You talk to your subordinates, maybe if you address a KG classroom, maybe, or maybe a first classroom student, you'll be like, we are the star, we are the boss, right? But if you go to the principal's office or the dean's office, you're like, damn scared. Why? Do you see this change of mindset? Same person in two situations, the mindset flips. This is called as Kaba effect. What is Kaba effect? Chota admi, bada admi. You see a bada admi, oh my God, he's a bada admi. How can I talk to him? That's going in your mindset, folks. Your self-worth has changed because of the person on the other side. If the person on the other side is a bada admi as per you, your self-worth goes down. And if the person on the other end is a like chota admi, you're like, I am the king. Do you see how fickle-minded we are? We shift like this and this and this, because our self-worth, who we are, we're not aware of it. And if we are aware of it, we are hiding away from society. I could have done this session with a quote sitting like this, straight, and say, hello, everyone. My name is Divas, and this is blah, blah, blah. You would have been bored like hell. I mean, I would have been bored. Doing what you love to do is really important, folks. I mean, this generation, which is moving in the like workspace, I request, make a choice. You have abundant opportunities. And if you master public speaking, trust me, options open up. Else, you can always step back, sit back, and do a desk job. Nothing wrong with it. But if you deserve to be heard, then yes, you must show up. Remember this, you must show up. I would like to know from everyone, do you want to be heard or not? Do you want to be remembered or not? Or do you want to be that, yes, there was someone who was no one? Choice is yours, folks. Choice is entirely yours. Make a choice. Oh yes, Miss Mishra is very much in the game and boosting my morale that, okay, Devas, keep up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Don't lose it, don't lose it. So yes, I am not losing it anyways. We can open the platform for any like questions and answers if you have. I would love to answer. No matter, one thing is that, do we make money? Yes, we make a lot of money. So join in like public speaking if you want to improve yourself. Improve yourself. I would love to help you. I would love to help you. Okay. We can even, request people to unmute themselves if they have to speak up, right? Than like just like
Yes, they can
typing and all. That'll be much better. If you want to unmute yourself,
unmute.
if the host is okay with it.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know.
sir.
Yes.
We can unmute,
We
sir.
have the
No
admin
problem.
out here.
Yes, they can unmute
We
and
take control.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
Q&A.
We can unmute ourselves, sir.
That'll be better.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, now I can hear.
Yes, sir.
Hi Gitanjali. Please go ahead.
Sir, it is very nice. After a long, I have joined the public speaking, so I feel delighted. And thanks to BIOZO Prof. And I feel like that I in class. And is very young, but still very promising. And whatever I am doing, I am very much focused upon that outcome. So that's why I asked the question that whether the coming generation they must be interested, because public speaking, what I think that this is a very basic rights of everyone. So public speaking is basic rights. So everyone must have to speak. Develop their public speaking. Sir, I never feel afraid in public speaking. I never feel afraid, sir. But the thing is that I just want to make something iconic, and I want to put my X factor without, because suppose I have attend your class, and after that I just think that it must be memorable for me. So this class will be memorable for me forever. I enjoyed a lot, and the way you have presented, sir, it is awesome, sir. So many sessions we have I have also attended. While I was young, I was attended. Now I am busy in my work. So that's why I thought that work is worship. So that's why I'm, but today, thanks. I would like to thank BIOZO, sir. To invite for the meeting, and really I enjoyed a lot. And I thought that I just be in my teenage, sir. So because that time I was watching the public speaking, and I inspired a lot, sir. But I never tried this, sir. But it was nice, sir. Very awesome class, and very thanks to you. Thanks to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anjali. You know what? As you mentioned, a very important point that you are back in your childhood, right? It's really important for us to be childlike. Yeah, being childish and being childlike are two different things. And if you are back to your childhood, you can express yourself freely. If you observe, when we are born free. We can cry when we want, we can laugh when we want. But the moment we go to school, then society, then everyone around, they say, shh. And we are like, let me express. So somewhere down the line, we have been asked not to express ourselves because someone would feel bad. And that someone is barely concerned.
Can I add something, sir?
Yeah, please, why not?
Sir, sir, actually, what I observe that yes, we are born free, but while we are expressing, we must be very much calculative, because in this today's scenario, it is very by looking at the other person, we must have to talk as the which must be acceptable to the other person. Otherwise, we can take the U-turn in our success. What I observe in my life, because because of our speaking, also we can get the U-turn in our success. So that must be avoided. Because I
Absolutely.
have also felt that kind of problems in my life. So
Right.
that's why I'm sharing, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do agree that you need to keep a check on your words. I don't mean to say that if you have to express, you can say anything, but it's just that the way you express it, there are ways to show disagreement without being offensive. Even that's a technique, right? Some people might disagree, might have to say a no, but they don't have the courage to say a no because if I say no, they'll feel bad. But there's a way to say no so that the other person respects your opinion, which is different, and still is okay with the conversation. So thanks, Ritanjali. Glad to hear that. Okay, so we have a question by Balaram Mishra. Priority of public speaking, the content or presentation? Well, Balaram, if you get amazing content and if you're horrible at presentation, you would hear this. I'll give you an example. If you watch any of the summits, be it of United Nations or the one happening in Geneva or across the globe, where the top-notch scientists and the leaders meet, they have amazing content. Lot of graphs, lot of histograms, lot of pie charts, lot of data is there. But the way they present it, it's beyond understanding. People are unable to understand. So yes, content, the way you express it, even that is communication. Do you realize this? There's a session which I do on presentation skills, that, okay, how do you design your presentation so that the content, the flow goes really smooth. So content does not mean that, okay, just putting in everything and speaking in everything. No, there is a structure to it, right? Moreover, presentation is equally important. You get average content, you can build it up with your energy. Trust me, trust me. But if you get amazing content, but if you're horrible as a speaker, you will gonna doom everyone. Just think about it, right? That you as a team, suppose 4 members are there, you guys worked really hard, day in, day out, and got the project sorted. The person who is presenting, he fails to impress the investor. What next? You have a product which is good, that is important. The foundation is important, but do not negate the presentation, the way you express yourself. Very important, folks. Oh, yes. I would like to have more questions. Whenever we have this scenario, when we have no questions, either the speaker was stupid, that he did not make any sense, which I'm damn sure is not the case right now, or it was so clear that it was, understood by everyone. So what is the case out here?
Good evening, sir. Sima here.
Hi, Sima.
So my question is, what techniques do you use to engage a live audience? If you could speak,
You just saw me
give
doing
us
that in
some.
the last 1 hour. I have been using energy. That's one thing which you would have observed. And energy is the most important thing. Energy is contagious. I would like to know your background. What are you doing right now, Seema?
I'm a student of BTech Biotechnology in CET Bhubaneswar.
Perfect.
I'm
So
currently in 3rd year.
Awesome. So you understand physics, right? That energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It goes from one body to the other body. Yes or no? right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So something similar is happening over here. You're sitting back at your place. I'm sitting at my place. The exchange, the connection is only happening because of energy. And also that's the one tool. Secondly, to engage people, you have to use more of your gestures, body language, and vocal variety. If you would have seen what I've done in the last almost 1 hour, I have tried to use all these elements to engage people. In between, I even asked you to comment or raise hands. That was also one of the techniques to engage you. Else, it is not a one-sided communication, which many people do. I remember during college days, there were professors who used to stand behind the podium, open the presentation, open the book, and just like read line by line. It's like death by presentation. People die. The professor would stand like this and just read, and just read, and just read. We know how to read. Don't tell us how to read. That's a problem with many of the people around us who do not know how to present, right? It's having one slide, having one point, and then you build stories around it. Like, Sima, I shared a story of my school days, did I?
Yes.
Yes. So stories are also a powerful way to engage people. If I just give you facts, 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 it's gone. The way I opened up, do you remember?
Yes, it was a shocking and very surprising opening.
That what is he up to? I mean, like, have we hired the wrong person for this evening? No, you
No,
haven't.
no, not at all.
No, I mean, that can be a thought at what is wrong with this guy? I mean, where does he get this knife from? And why is he doing this? But yes, I grab your attention. Did I?
Yes.
Right? So all these things were done to grab your attention. So I have opened my cards. Let's see, this is what I did from the back end. And the same, you can do it. Your focus is grabbing the attention. Else, there's a lot of content available. A lot of content available. Check it out, right? On the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, there is so much of content available, but what grabs your attention?
Thank you so much, sir, for the answer.
Most
It
welcome,
was
Sima.
really great.
Great. Okay, we have Balaram Mishra. Is rhetoric important for getting attention? Yes. I mean, if you look at Aristotle, if you look at those legends back in those days, they use rhetoric a lot of times. Even President Obama, if you would have heard his speech, yes, we can, when he was campaigning for his elections, he was able to use rhetoric. So yes, well, Ram, go for it. That's an age-old technique which is still being used. I mean, we do a session on rhetorics specifically. So if you're keen, let me know. I would be happy to help you. Okay, then Kiran, sir, how do you divide your time between delivering ideas and creating them? How do you divide your time between delivering ideas and creating them? So, I'm Kiran. For any public speaking, you need to understand that there's a lot of preparation that goes behind. It is not just about the person shows up and just starts doing it. I did give a thought to this. It did not come up out of the blue. I don't carry it with myself every day, right? I had to go to my kitchen and get this from there. So I did give time to this session that what should be the flow. Yes, I did not memorize anything that I will talk about this line and this word. No, because I have been doing it, it has become a part of me. But if you go for any kind of presentation, practicing is very important. I mean, when I gave my talks across various platforms, I have to time my speech. If the time for a given speech is 5 minutes or 15 minutes, I have to time it out, be it Toastmasters or some other big platform, TEDx, right? Been there. I have realized that for TEDx, I had to deliver a maximum 16 to 17-minute speech. That was the upper limit, which I had from the team. So I had to fit in my entire speech in those minutes. So yes, there is calculation. Even the pause, like this one, which I took deliberately, is calculated, right? So everything is planned. And So ideas are created, the flow is visualized. I can visualize how the TEDx stage would look like. I can visualize how this session would look like. So we do have a familiarity with the platform that yes, that's how the platform would look like, and I'll do a session accordingly. I hope that clears the air, Kiran. Okay, so Balram says logic or emotion. Oh my God, Balram, you seem to be a very interesting man. So Balram, I am a very logical person, right? But the fact is that emotions would drive you home. I mean, emotions are something like so powerful. In case of storytelling, you have to go with emotions. So yes, it is a fine blend of it. Logically, every speech has a CTA, has a call to action. The person knows it, what he's doing. For example, in case of interview, you know what the end result should be. Yes or no? You want to be hired. That is the end result, the call to action. The YouTuber wants you to subscribe it. Yes or no? That's a logic. That's logic. But he uses emotion to logically get things done his way. Do you get this? Everyone does it. Everyone. When you hear the greatest speakers standing on that stage addressing thousands of people across the globe, they are using emotions, but logically. It's a smart strategy. Ritanjali says that advertising resembles to public speaking. I didn't get this part. Okay, seems we have wrapped it up. Can we mix up? I didn't get the question, Ritanjali. If you could unmute yourself and ask again. I didn't get the question.
Sir, actually, I just thought that everything, whatever we are doing, it must affect to others' mind. Whatever we are doing. So
yes.
we can directly say that we are advertising our thoughts.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Actually, people have this thought that if a person is advertising himself, marketing himself, branding himself, selling himself, he's a bad guy. He's selling himself, not realizing that every single moment we are selling ourselves. Unfortunately, we do not equate selling with humans, but to the fact, right? The fact is that we are selling ourselves. When I would like to know from the kids out here, the guys out here, or the girls out here, when you try to date someone, when you approach a girl or a guy, depending upon your preference, what do? You would try to showcase the best part of you. Let's see, I'm the best guy, I'm the best girl for you. And after a few weeks and months, you say, hey, you aren't the same, right? You were different previously, and now you are different. Why? Because you weren't the one who you are. You're trying to create a facade. You're trying to sell yourself that, hey, date me, I'm the best guy for you. Then she says,
sir, if it will continue for years, then what can we do?
Sorry?
Sir, if that is continued for a long, then it is a good impact.
No, I mean, see, if in a relationship, if the two partners are trying to impress each other, then there is some kind of hollowness. I mean, if we cannot be real with the person with whom we are spending our life, then we need to question the relationship. That are we just trying to create a facade of fake things, or are we actually the one who we are, at least with that partner? Because the world outside,
Sir, can I ask that fake things will work in real? Because after practicing for 30 days, it becomes our habit, and we are becoming a changed person. So why not? Why not fake things make it? Just an idea, sir. Just an idea.
People do say that, like fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. If you are at peace, Ritanjali, if doing so, if it makes you or brings you at peace, please go ahead. I have tried it, but for certain things, I'm not at peace. I mean, if I do a session within those chains, I would do it. There are some clients where I do not have the space to experiment. I have to follow strict guidelines. Over there, my wings are clipped. That's okay. That's okay. I would fly in that given cage. That's okay, right? But I'm talking about a relationship with your partner where you should not have anything of that sort, right? Certainly in the professional like scenario, you would like to be limited under certain conditions, but yes, using communication, using the tools and techniques, you can choose the right words, the right way to say what you want to say than just keeping mum, right? Okay. So folks, I would love to connect with you, be it on Facebook, be it on LinkedIn, be it on Instagram, be it on YouTube. I would love to be connected and to hear from all of you. So thanks, Mrityunjay, for having me this evening with all of your amazing members and the participants out here who joined through the social channels. Thank you so much for being a part of this amazing journey, which we had almost 1 hour that we have wrapped up.
Yes,
Over
sir.
to you.
Thank you, sir, for this session. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, but we can
Thank
hear
you,
you.
sir, for this session. It was really, yes, sir. It was really informative, and it must really improve someone's public speaking and all.
Yes, certainly.
So thank you, sir. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for giving your valuable time to us.
It was a pleasure, man. And you should bring in that energy. Else, I'll run behind you with this. All right. So bring in that energy, Mrityunjay. The next time when you host someone or you address someone, I would like to see you becoming a great public speaker. And if like anyone out here wants to improve his skills of public speaking, do reach out to me. I would be happy to help you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, then, folks. Thank you so
Thank you, sir.
much. I shall take a leave. And till then, stay awesome, stay productive. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.